my absolute heart, thank you. Thank every single one of you guys that's in my community. We made it, dude. We hit 100K. I am so stoked on this. Y'all really showed out. Y'all really did. Like we did like record time as far as like my growth. Like everything just popped. And y'all really came out. Y'all have been really supportive. There have been so many comments, so many cool questions, so many people participating in what we're doing in this community. And it's just humbling to me. It's humbling, and I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of like what you guys are doing, and you guys get to be a part of what I'm doing. This is what I love about social media. Like, I have a lot more following over on TikTok, and it's like not as fun because it's just different over there, man. It's like more superficial, and you guys are like my ride or dies. You guys are the people that like are always there, and like I really love the community that we have right here. Thank each and every one of you guys, man. Fishing with Foxy, I see you. Yo, Rick James, what up? Hey, you're finally here. Let's see. They're going kind of fast. I really appreciate you guys, though. I didn't mess up and leave the comments off this time, and I feel pretty good about that. So, how's everybody's week, man? I know that we missed the live last Sunday night. I was in Chicago hanging out with Jessica Kent and a couple of other people, and so I've been sick ever since I got back from Chicago. It has been miserable. I've been sick. I've been having like really crazy dreams and everything, but I've been able to knock out like shorts. Like I can do like 1 minute at a time, but like I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm all stuffed up. I'm like hacking up nasty stuff. My head kind of hurts. Jessica, one of my moderators, Jessica Culp, is here. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Christopher Pope says, hey, JD, Army vet here. Just want to thank you for all the support you give us vets. Love you. Dude, you don't got to thank me, man. So much love and gratitude to each and every one of the vets that are here and that aren't here, that didn't make it. Bro, I love all of our heroes, man. If you haven't watched Katie's Revenge, you're missing out. Great story from Indiana. Yeah, man, like the Katie's Revenge story is amazing, and I know that I kind of slept on it a little bit. I haven't been doing content that long, so I've been running back and grabbing some stories that I found really inspirational from the last few years and from the past, and just grabbing them and jumping on. So yeah, that was really cool. I'm gonna try this without the glasses. I have like a headache right now, and yeah, that's terrible. These lights are too bright for me, so I'm gonna put these back on. I want you guys to know I'm not doing this because I think I'm cool. I'm doing this because my ring light hurts my migraine right now. So don't think that I'm doing this to think I'm a rock star or anything. You guys are the rock stars here. Have you heard about the guy who was sentenced to 3,000 years in prison? No, dude. What guy got 3,000 years? That's a lot of 1,000 years in prison, bro. Like 1,000 years is a lot of years. 3,000. What did he do? Can I get some elaboration on that? Let's see. Love your stories. Glad to see you're staying clean, bro. Fire content. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate it. Go to the gym. You'll feel better. Look, man, like I learned a long time ago from my bodybuilding coach that if you are not feeling well, the worst thing that you can do is tax your system more. So I'm not going to do it. The angry Amazon driver, you're awesome. No, brother, you are awesome. Thank you so much. And I love your name. That's awesome. I've gotten the coolest Amazon drivers here, and none of them have been angry, but I would appreciate it if somebody like angrily handed me my package. Like, here's the stuff you've been waiting for. Gee, get the fuck off my porch, bro. What? Afternoon, JD. Wanted to pop in and say that I love the content. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it. Do you have any advice for someone with low confidence? Look, I want to address this real quick. This is important, man. Like, I had this, like, the lowest confidence like for years. And the way that I tried to like hide my low confidence was by bolstering and like acting like I had more confidence than I really did, and that like I knew things I didn't know, and that I could take on anything, and like not addressing my vulnerabilities and my insecurities. So I think it's really important that we all build our confidence. One thing is change the way that you talk about yourself in your head, man. Like, don't address yourself as a failure. Don't address yourself as a problem. talk about yourself, talk yourself up, gas yourself up, give yourself love. Here's one thing that really helps a lot of my clients. I have them each day at some point in the day, generally in the morning works best because it's best to start your day with loving yourself. Write down 3 things that you are grateful for about yourself, that you admire about yourself, that you respect about yourself, and that will resonate with you throughout the day. So I hope that was helpful. Secret Sauce, congrats, bro. I've been in trouble, but only a misdemeanor and never addicted to drugs, but I do enjoy the stories of motivation. Secret Sauce, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love, and I appreciate you being here. Harshman Hills, thank you so much, brother. Look, hey, the emoji he gave me, we kind of matched. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, my dude. Amy, thank you. I love you. You're amazing. I really appreciate you. That's so cool. Jessica, it goes both ways. You got to take care of your mind and body. See, some of these things that I miss, I'm so stoked, dude. I have moderators who get in there and like, they have wisdom, they're wise, and they're compassionate, and they care. I love you, Jessica. Thank you. Adam, thanks for the content. Adam, thank you for your support, brother. I really appreciate you. That's a real blessing and a gift, and I'm glad to have you here in our community, man. Thanks, man. I honestly don't know what keeps me going. Look, I lived there for a really long time, and all I can tell you is that once you break to the other side, it is amazing. Just love yourself, man. We're all human. We all have flaws. We're all a little up in the head. You know what I'm saying? The most confident people in the world, I promise you, are some of the most neurotic, narcissistic, awful people inside. They're miserable. You don't have to be confident all the time. Love yourself through the process. Love yourself for your flaws. Love yourself for the things that you think are wrong about yourself, because I guarantee you there's other people out there who see you for who you truly are, and they don't even see the things that you hate about yourself, man. I promise you that's the truth. Is this the angry Amazon driver again? Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. I love the emoji. I appreciate you. It only says the angry. I'm assuming it's the angry Amazon driver again. I appreciate you and I love you, bro. Let's see. Hey, my homie Country's in here. I seen him. He's one of my other moderators. He's absolutely amazing. We have Country. You live in PA? Bro, Country, I'm going to be coming to PA, bro. I expect the opportunity, if you're free, to be able to meet you face to face. Let me buy you a meal, bro. Let me hang out with you. Let me get to know you in person, Country. I would love that opportunity. I'm going to be coming to PA. Harvey is here. Harvey, I love you, bro. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Yo, JD, how do I quit nicotine? It has plagued me for my life, and I can't quit. Look, I was lucky and blessed enough myself to be able to get off of cigarettes, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I still vape. I vape at the lowest nic humanly possible. But for me, there's something about the ritual. Like, I don't know if it's like an oral fixation or something, but like, it calms me and it mellows me out. So look, I don't know. All I know is that switching to vape helped me get off the cigarettes, and I'm not ready to give it up. Nicotine's one of the hardest ones to quit, man. It really is. Why do you always look sunburnt? Because I'm Irish and I live in the state of Florida, and we don't have seasons here. We have 2. We have hurricane season and we have hot as summer all year long. So yeah, if we didn't have that, if I wasn't in Florida, I would be pasty and you would see a lot more of my freckles. My freckles come out a lot harder when my skin is just all pasty and white. So, I'm either polka dot or I'm red. Harvey Talks Prison is a G, Sean. That's my dude. I love him. Lost too many friends to addiction. So I started a non-for-profit here in Volusia County, Florida, called No More Dead Friends, because I kept losing so many friends. And what we did was we raised funds for people in early recovery so that those people could get the mental health services that they weren't able to afford. Because usually when you come in early recovery, it's so hard, man. Like you have nothing. A lot of these people come out of the bushes, or they come out of the trap house, or they come out of the hotels, or wherever they come from, and they have no resources. So we tried to get them resources. And No More Dead Friends is a metal song that I recorded. And man, I'm so tired of losing friends. I relate so much. I feel you. Ashley Newsom, Ashley, thank you so much. Thank you for posting and using Using Dream earlier. It's nice to know I'm not alone. Ashley, you are so not alone, and that was so helpful for me to be able to talk about it because, like, here, I'm going to tell you guys something vulnerable right now. Like, in my recovery, one of the main times that I get triggered personally is when I start to get sick. Because, like, as weird as this sounds, with my DOC, with methamphetamines, I never got sick. I spent years and years strung out, but I would never get sick. I don't know if it's because I'm like smoking massive amounts of cough and cold medicine, and there's something about that made me not get sick, if it sped up my metabolism so much that I was able to burn off viruses or whatever. But when I get sick, dude, like, there's just something about it that triggers me, and it's really hard to work through. And so every time that I get sick, I have really bad using dreams. And on top of that, put in like sweating through my clothes because I have a fever or whatever. It's just really miserable. So I've been going through that for like the last 4 or 5 days, and it's been really miserable. So being able to talk about it really helped me, and I'm glad that it reached you. Thank you so much, Amy. Congrats on the 100K. I haven't been here since 70K. Dude, it just jumped. It was like 3 weeks, and it just jumped from 70 to 105. JD, is there any way you can move your O-light so it does not reflect off your sunglasses? You know, I wish that there was a way that I could do that, but is that better? That's not better when I look actually into the camera. Let me try this one more time. I have a migraine right now. I have the flu, and I'm really trying here. Maybe if I turn it down just a little bit. That works. I'm still here. All right, that's better. That's doable for me. So I hope that helps. I know the reflection is like a lot. No, you're good, JD. Keep the glasses on. I love you, country. I love you, dog. This works, though. This is cool. I like not having the glasses on. I have a migraine right now, and I've had headaches on and off for the last week. But I like people being able to see into my eyes, see that I'm coherent, see that I'm sober. As somebody who has a history of substance use disorder, I don't want people to think that I'm like hiding like blown up pupils or something like that behind glasses. So, do you have any advice on how to quit smoking pot? JD, I'm trying to be a good role model for my little sister, and I just can't seem to let it go. So, like, look, man, if you're going to try to address not smoking pot anymore, you have to take it just like you would with any other substance, man. You have to take it seriously, because even though pot doesn't have the same consequences, it does hit a lot of the same receptors in your brain, and it can turn into an addiction. It really can. So you really have to like treat it like you would any other type of recovery. And that's the best thing that I can tell you, man. Take it seriously and love yourself through the process. Adam, sorry about the loss of your son. Man, I've lost some friends lately as well. I can't imagine what you went through. Good to see you in good spirits. Thanks, man. Adam, I really appreciate that. It really means a lot to me. I don't know that it's really getting better. Like, I have my moments where I have my breakdowns and everything, but I'm dealing with this better than I would have at any other period of my life. I haven't used over it. I haven't gone out, committed crimes. I haven't done destructive behaviors to myself or anyone else. And considering that it's the loss of a child, man, like, I think that I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for the recognition. I really appreciate you. And thank you for the support there. Jake Johnson, yo, man, I've never done any time other than 4 hours in the drunk tank due to a suspended license. I've done that too. I've done the suspended license drunk tank trip too, and it wasn't any more fun than any of the other times. My best friends did some time, though. The stigma around crime is undeserved. Thanks for this. Jake, look, man, it sucks, bro, because, like, honestly, it's for me, it's a combination of I have to take accountability for my actions. I have to take accountability for what I've done because that's the only way that I can change. That's the only way that I can break my self-destructive cycles. It's the only way that I can ensure that I don't do damage to the community around me again, is to change. And I do that by taking accountability and making the correct adjustments in my thinking, in my empathy, in my processing skills and all of that. But like, there's not ever a point at which I've made enough changes within myself for society to recognize that and take away the brand of a convicted felon. For the rest of our lives in this country, there are some states that are like wiping out people's charges if they don't get charges for long enough. I don't ever see them doing that in the state of Florida. And a lot of my charges are in Oregon. A lot of my charges are in Florida. That's part of why I made the Convict clothing brand, my clothing line, because, we can make it into something else. We can take pride in the fact that we are not letting our past define our future. And that's part of what the clothing brand is about, is fighting that stigma. And so it's really important to me. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate your comment. Thank you so much. Yep, convicted felon doesn't go away. Like states like Oregon, I have a buddy in Oregon that I used to trap with. We used to do a lot of stuff. And he got like 12 felonies, wiped off his record. No problem. The only thing is I don't see the state of Florida ever doing that for me. I could probably get Oregon to do it, but probably not Florida. Stigmas are usually someone's projection of their fear. Well, you know what? Like, felons do a lot of damage when we're out there and we're actively doing, like, at least career criminals like me. Like, I was a walking crime spree. It was a nightmare. So, yeah, I understand why society wants to take certain measures, but I think at some point you should be able to wipe your slate clean. Kristen says, another push to make a woman hunter shirt. I'm working on that. I promise. 3 kits of LSD isn't allowed. I walked in the middle of a conversation that's none of my business. Hey, JD, I have 2 no contest aggravated assault and battery and 1 domestic complaint. But I got waivers to join the National Guard. Not a felony, though. But them OGs treated me with respect. Look, yo, that's awesome. I had a felony when I went and tried to sign up for the Marines, and they told me, get out. I don't like you. They're like, you can't hold a gun. How can we have you be a Marine? Get out of here, kid. So that sucked. I would have liked to be able to do that, even though my dad, who is a Marine vet from Nam, begged me to never join. JD, you've changed my perspective on life in a hard time. Thank you. Tyler, thank you. Those types of comments are what get me up in the morning and get shoes on my feet and get me hyped about life. Just people telling me that I had some type of effect on them in a positive way makes everything in my life worthwhile. Like, I love that so much. Thank you so much. Shane, what's up with you, buddy? In Florida, if your fines are paid and your charges will drop a few years later, last I know of. I mean, I think that you can get like maybe 1 dropped, but like I have a stack. Like I don't half-ass felonies, bro. Like I'm a crime spree. JD, instead of busting people for substances, we should rehabilitate the addicts. Exactly 1,000%. Like my very first felony was a simple possession of methamphetamines. And at that point, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be a felon for the rest of my life. What's it matter if I stack a bunch more on these? It was dumb. It was a terrible perspective and mindset. But when somebody's already down, they're already struggling with a disease like substance use disorder, and then you kick them for the symptoms, that's kind of where it shoots people out towards, man. It's a bummer. How do you change the ability to be motivated? Man, that's a big one for somebody. Like I had like chronic depression for a really long time. So motivation was really hard for me. It was really hard for me to get out of bed a lot of mornings. I just kept putting one foot in front of the other, and I started setting little goals. it sounds ridiculous. Little goals, even if it was just making my bed that day, I would set little goals and it would give me a little dopamine hit in my brain. Okay, I got out of bed. I did the dishes. And these are normal, just everyday, like, maintenance things that we have to do. But to somebody who's depressed, to somebody who lacks their motivation, I know that it's really, really hard just to get these little things done. So set little goals throughout the day and hit them, and then set more goals for the next day and just work your way up. It helps with motivation. Autumn Guthrie, JD, I think lockup should operate more like a psych ward. Well, I don't know what the psych wards are like where you're at. The psych wards here in Volusia County are basically worse than the jails. I would like to hear what types of services those psych wards where you're at offer. Fishing with Foxy, JD, got any shakedown stories? Okay, so look, I have a lot of shakedown stories. Let's just go with one from VCDC, because I think that I've told the story multiple times about how there was the sergeant at Snake River and she would be really disrespectful. Like, she would throw your pictures of your kids, your mom, your girl on the floor, and she would wipe her boot on them and mash them all up. And so the gangs decided they weren't having that, and they actually sent a torpedo after her. They sent this dude who was down for arson, and like a kid died. They told him, look, we're gonna fill you full of holes every single time they ever let you out of the hole, unless you go take care of this. And if you take care of this, you beat up this sergeant, then we'll turn our backs on it. We'll say it's okay. And so he did. And I'm pretty sure I've told that story multiple times. But so there was a shakedown at Volusia County Jail, and I was in like the minimum side because I was already sentenced, and I was just sentenced to county time. I had 5 months, and this dude had told the cops who had the weed on the unit, and he didn't like me. And I don't even smoke weed, bro. I don't smoke weed on the streets. I'm definitely not gonna smoke weed while I'm locked up, bro. Like, I'm just not doing that. So they came into my cell, and I was like, I knew that I had nothing at all. So I was cocky, and I was talking cash money at him, bro. Like, I was all the way being disrespectful out of pocket, but I felt justified in doing so because I knew that I didn't have any of the contraband that they were actually looking for. But what they ended up finding was my empty tortilla bag that I cooked my dinner in every night. Like, me and my cellie cooked our dinner in it every night. I had a cellie, he was super cool, man. He was just this big 1% biker that was from another state. He was named after that state. I'm not going to name the biker organization or him personally. I just don't like doing that. But I'm talking cash money at these cops. And he's irreverent too. So we're sitting there talking smack to him, and they took our bag, bro, that we cooked in. They know, the COs know what that bag means, because you have to actually like order a special package. You have to have your people on the streets order a special package to get that particular tortilla bag that makes such a great oven. They took our bag, bro, and we flipped smooth out, bro. Like, they almost had to bring an extraction team to get us to calm down in that cell. We were donkey kicking the door and everything over a tortilla bag. And now I look back at it and I just think of how ridiculous my mindset was at the time. Like, I can see the growth. And I have like 3 of those tortilla bags in my kitchen right now from packs of tortillas that I bought. I literally don't get rid of those tortilla bags. My wife has to throw them away because I'm just so mentally trained that those things are like gold. It's a weird flex, dog. It's a weird institutionalized flex with them tortilla bags. Alan Hubbs, Oregon, I know who you're talking. Let's see. JD, can I message you about the psych ward thing? Because it's great here. How do I get a hold of you? Hit me up on Insta. Same name. I'll just check my messages on Insta. I never check Insta for anything ever, but I'll check for your message, Autumn, because I'm very interested. Hello from Oregon. Alma, hello in Oregon. I talked to my mom earlier. She said that it's not bad weather there today, and I think that's amazing. At least in Eugene, it's not bad weather. Yo, Chris, how you doing, brother? I feel awful, bro. It is awful. But I missed my last Sunday night, and, we hit 100K, and I really just wanted to spend time with the community. I haven't done any randoms throughout the week, so I just really wanted to be here. The cat, love you, Chris. The cat, I have a question. If no one puts money on your books, regarding chomos. Are they forced to eat tray food? So look, if you don't have anybody putting money on your books, you've got to have a hustle in there. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's washing other people's socks and underwear in your sink, whether that's gambling, you know what I'm saying? And you better be real good at gambling if gambling's going to be your hustle, because you can get messed up real quick in there gambling if you don't have money. But, you know, people have different hustles. You can make things, you know, cards. Cards is a huge hustle in there. So if you don't have people putting money on your books, you better be down to work. Like if it's washing another dude's drawers. Otherwise, you know, you can just live off of what's on the trays, but it's terrible food. And it's like they give you just enough calories to not be considered starving. And that's for a moderate sized person. I'm not moderate sized. I always have money on my books when I go in there, but I'm not moderate sized. So a lot of dudes are like really, really hungry in there. If you're a chomo and you don't got nobody putting money on your books and you can't be paying nobody, you're probably going to lose your trays. I've seen it happen a lot. I've taken chomos trays. If you're down for hurting a woman or a child and there's anybody who's not there that's hungry, they probably going to snake your stuff, bro. You're probably going to starve out. We kept the whole shebang chick bags to cook in the microwave, but wrapped in newspaper. Country, I've never been in a place. I think I've been in one place for just a couple months. I think OSPM had a microwave that we could use, but it was usually broken down. I'm not used to having microwaves in there. You know, it's like usually like county jail or like a 23-in-1 lockdown, or, you know, units where they just don't have microwaves. So, you know, a lot of the time we would just have to let our stuff soak. We would soak cook. You know, the water in the sinks doesn't even get very hot. It's like a little above room temperature. So, you know, a lot of the times we would just have to soak cook all of our stuff. And that's how I learned how to do it. So the next time that I go to see Ian Bick, which is probably going to be very soon, I've been scheduling with Ian. We've got some new projects that are coming on. Probably going to go in for a second round, like a finalist round of the commissary cook-off. And then probably do another episode on top of that. I want to do the max security, like, you know, you're on lockdown version of the commissary cook-off, because I want to do it without the microwave, no knives, bro. We using ID cards. Just do it straight. I've never used a stinger, bro. We didn't have extension cords or anything like that in Oregon, so I didn't have a stinger. Mama's the Boss, new subscriber. Hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you're a part of our community. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. What's the best advice for a guy to kick? So are we talking about there's a couple different kinds of snow. Are we talking about snow or ice? You used a snowflake, so I'm going to assume that you mean cocaine. Look, bro, you got to take it dead serious. You got to get into a recovery program, like a daily recovery program. You have to treat your recovery like it's a plant that you have to feed and water on a regular basis, get it its sunlight, treat it like it's a pet. You have to daily do something to build and compound upon your recovery. Now, if you're not even in recovery yet, I 100% I would recommend looking into possibly doing detox, maybe a stint with some treatment, either outpatient or inpatient, depending on how aggressively your symptoms are showing with substance use disorder. There's a lot that you can do. If you don't have very aggressive symptoms, you might just be able to just start going to meetings. There's a lot of different kind of meetings. There's NA meetings, there's AA meetings, there's Celebrate Recovery meetings, there's my Jammy Jam, Smart Recovery. There's a lot of different stuff. It just depends on what's available in your area, bro. Let's see. Ian's such an oddball to the norm convict thing. He really is. I love McLovin so much, dude. He really is. He's a different type of dude. You know, I feel like Ian was like the accidental convict. I don't even think he had any idea that what he was doing was like federal crimes. He was just like, yo, I got some investment money. I'm going to buy a jet ski today. All the homies are going to go out on the lake. And then they were like, the feds were like, yeah, that's a Ponzi scheme and you're going to federal prison. And he was like, what? I love him to death. He's great, dude. He's such a cool dude. What is that scarred up doll head? It haunts my dreams. Let me defuse the doll head for you guys. Tyler, smart recovery. Yeah, dog. So look, the doll head is actually a haircutting mannequin head that my homie gave to me, and it just has a mask on it that I used for Halloween year before last or year before that. I forget. The years all kind of stick together when you're on home confinement. The last time I actually got to go out and do something for Halloween. Let's see. What you know about Christian Covenant Community Church in Santa Rosa? I know a lot. Hello, who are you? I know a lot. I grew up in that church. It's an interesting question. I probably don't want to talk about that entirely publicly. Let's see. Chris said, I've recently updated my Chitwood opinion after some thinking. Chris, enlighten me, man. I just saw, did you see the video where Chitwood was waiting for the dude who threatened his life to come off of the escalator, you know, with the jacket over his hands, but his hands were cuffed up? What's the protocol on a homie returning to prison? Well, I mean, like, it depends. Is the homie returning to prison on a solid charge, or is the homie coming back on a bad beef? Did he snitch on somebody? Because if the homie is just coming back as the homie, then you should have a package waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? What do you need? He's gonna need all his hygiene, his deodorant, all of that. He's gonna need some shoes. He's gonna need some food. He's gonna need the whole welcome back package. You know, we had welcome packages set up for our homeboys all the time. And we had extensive packages for people that were actually in our car. And then we had packages that were just for people that, like, you know, we knew, you know what I'm saying? We would try to have stuff set to the side in case anybody came back. Reoccurring charges, but, okay, but, I mean, are they decent charges? I mean, is he coming back for another stolen car, or is he coming back for something bad? When is your shop getting restocked? So look, we have, I think the only thing that we're sold out of right now is the 2X Pedophile Lives Don't Matter shirts and the One Pedo, One Bullet hats. I think we're out of. Those are on the way. They'll be here any day. And we're also going to have 3X of, I think, all of our shirts. And the restock on the One Pedo, One Bullet hats. We found a distributor, like a source with bigger hats. Because I don't know about y'all, I got a really big head. And these hats, they were New Era. And unfortunately, the New Era hats are a lot smaller than I remember from when I was doing meth. These things used to fit my head. And I don't know how my head got bigger when I stopped being strung out. But these New Era hats don't seem to fit my head the way that I was hoping that they would. So we are going with the Classic brand, which is what, like, the Drive Clothing uses, and they're a lot better. They're, like, a little bit bigger. They're more spacious. For me, who, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a freaking bobblehead. Those things just weren't as comfortable. So we're making adjustments. This was our very first run with all of this stuff. It's been a learning process, and our main goal was to get quality stuff, because I cannot stand when I buy something and it takes forever to get there, or when it comes and it's, like, not comfortable. Tyler, you need to get some merch too. Brother, yo, just so you guys know, all of my merch, Convict Clothing, is at convictclothing.net. We've got some really cool stuff, and we keep updating designs, and we're going to be doing limited runs. There's going to be stuff that's only going to be available for limited amounts of time, because I know that when I like something and I get it, and I know that, like, not everybody else on the planet has it, it makes it mean a lot more to me. Jake said, I'm a respectful dude. At least I try to be. I have messed up back and can't really defend myself. I have a messed up back and can't really defend myself. What would happen to me if I was down with good charges? So look, man, like, it's not about whether you win or lose. It's just about being willing to defend yourself, bro. So, you know, usually people, like, they just want to check that you have heart, is really what it is, man. Like, and if you've got an injury, like, a lot of the times people are going to leave you alone if you have a valid injury. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you need to swing them, you need to swing them. Win, lose, or draw. If you swing them, you're going to have respect after that. Do you have any plans to come to West Virginia at any point? I don't have plans right now, but like I get booked for different stuff all the time. Like right now, my plans are I'm meeting up with Larry Lawton. I believe we're doing some content where Larry lives. He's going to come here. We're going to do some content. And then I've got to do Ian. I've got to go out to Pennsylvania. In June, I'm going out to LA. And then in August, I'm going to be in Arkansas for something really big, and I'm really stoked. Mean Old Drunk, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for being a part of this community. Let's see. Congrats on the 100K. Thank you so much, man. That is our community. Our community is growing. And I really appreciate and I'm grateful for everybody who comes in. Jake said, word, wouldn't be the first beating I've taken. Jake, bro, I've taken a lot of beatings, bro. Like, it took me, a while to figure out that I needed to learn how to fight. And I definitely took some beatings. And even after I learned how to fight, bro, there's always somebody bigger. There's always somebody stronger. There's always somebody who's going to get the jump on you. There's always somebody who has better training. And sometimes it just comes down to stupid luck. Maybe homeboy got the right connect at the right time and it knocked you loose a little bit. And then you're not on game, bro. Like, a fight can go any type of way. That's why I always go into a fight with the intention to do the most harm as quickly as possible, because I'm not trying to get hit, bro. Especially now, I'm older than dirt, bro. I'm not trying to take 4 or 5 punches in a fight, bro. I'm trying to end that thing quick. That's just all I got anymore. Congrats on the 1K. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys all made it happen. Mom's the Boss question. If you're on home confinement, how can you travel to other states? I got off of home confinement on January 25th of this year. I did 2 years on home confinement. So I know that, like, if you're just catching up to me and you're watching some of the some of my older content, it can be confusing. But January 25th, I got off of home confinement after 2 years. So Sagittario, aren't you like 40? I am something like 40. Yeah, absolutely. Jake said, bro, getting hit hurts and hitting people hurts. It just all sucks all the way around. It's like the same exact thing with me with skateboarding. I realized a couple years ago when I got hit by a car on my electric skateboard, and I was doing like 35 miles an hour, they're making pavement out of way tougher stuff than it used to be. When I was like in my teens and my 20s, pavement used to be real soft. It got real hard now that I'm in my 40s, bro. It ain't nice at all. It's terrible. Pretty much everything hurts. Even if I don't have my pillows configured right in bed, I realize my age and how old I am because everything hurts for like a week. Jordan, yo, I like your content. Congrats on 100K. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Michael Turner, what does coming down on off meth feel like, or how does it affect a person's body? So look, the first thing, Mike, is that you are going to be absolutely tired. You are going to pass out. You're going to wake up, you're going to be starving, famished, like you've never been starving before. Like your life depends on putting food into yourself, and then you're immediately going to pass out again. Then you're going to spend some more time sleeping. You're going to wake up, you're going to be really hungry, and then you're going to wake up. Your body's going to be like a little bit recharged and everything, and immediately you are going to have this like unearthly gravitational pull to go and get high again. Like you are going to crave meth like you've never craved anything before in your life. And it's going to be really hard not to go out and do it. Like for me, I only make it through that when I'm locked up. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the brakes. I don't have the drive to be able to not go back out. So once I start, I know this from years and years of trying. I cannot stop using on my own. If I were to go smoke one meth right now, I would not stop until I hit a jail cell. A jail cell is the only thing that pumps my brakes. Then you have the, you don't have like a physical sickness like you would with opioids. Opioids give you a terrible physical illness. You know what I'm saying? Like shitting yourself. Sometimes you're puking, you can't sleep, you have restless leg syndrome, your body aches, you just feel like you're dying. The withdrawals are terrible. But what you do have with meth is really, really terrible, like mental, emotional imbalances. Like you can't judge or gauge the severity of anything. You overreact to every single thing. The anxiety, yeah, absolutely. The anxiety is terrible. You know, your gauge for reaction is just all off, and everything seems catastrophically huge to you. The tiniest little things. So, can you ever get off subs? I know so many people who got on subs and they got off of them. I also know people who got on subs and they're not shooting fentanyl anymore. They're not in the streets anymore. And they've been on subs for 8 years plus, and they're living their best life. And that's okay too, because what they're not doing is dying. What they're not doing is having to go out there and hunt down drugs in the streets that could kill them every single time. What they're not doing is stealing from their parents. What they're not doing is out there committing crimes. They're living their best life. They're on subs, and it's just their normal routine. I'm a huge supporter of MAT treatment, y'all. I'm a huge supporter of cannabis recovery. I'm a huge supporter of whatever works for whatever person, man. Fishing with Foxy. I'm 22, and yes, everything hurts. Bad feet, knees, hips, back. Every day something hurts. At 16, I had hip surgery. Bro, that is so young to be feeling like that, brother. Man, I'm sorry, dog. I 100% get it. It's going to get worse when you hit your 40s. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm always going to shoot from the hip. When you hit 40, it's going to be a lot worse. I just saw something from Ireland. Hey, from Wexford, Ireland. Interested to hear about the difference prison are stateside compared to there. Yo, I would really like to know how the prisons in Ireland are, bro. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a wee touch of the Irish in me, lad. And I really was supposed to be going to Ireland on a trip. We had this all planned out, and we planned it out like a year ahead of time. I was going with my pops, and by the time the trip came, I was sitting in prison instead, and I've regretted that hugely. Lantonio, hey, this is my first time live. Been watching you for a while, JD. Love you, bro. You inspire me a lot. I have terminal cancer, but your videos give me something to look forward to. Ex-heroin addict, clean for 5 years. Lantonio, bro, first off, I love you. Thank you for the support. I'm really sorry to hear about the cancer. Is there anything that I or anyone in this community can do for you? Because if there's anything that I can do, bro, please let me know. I'm 100% here for you. I love you. If there's something that I can do, please let me know. I will do it. And I'm really proud of you for the 5 years, man. 100% proud of you for the 5 years. But if there's any way that I can be of service, bro, please let me know. I'm here, bro. I'm walking into a conversation again. Country said, it's always better than a needle in my arm. Oh, are you talking about the MAT? Yo, the MAT, bro. I 100% believe in MAT. MAT's fire. Emariah Hash, 22 years of use, 16 years sober, smoked meth. The last 8 years, grew up in a church with ya. Our dads, hold on. Our dads worked construction together. Would love to connect sometime. CB Hash Chat just dropped a channel. Hit me up. Great work. Okay, so CB Hash Chat. Yo, I don't have a pen or a paper. Hey, brother, can you hit me up? Can you hit me up on Insta? Do you have Insta? I really want to connect. We need to connect. Because clearly you know my family, and I would love to be connected with you, especially, we have a very similar story, and cool, you have an Insta, same name on Insta. Please hit me up. I want to connect with you. Let's make that happen. I appreciate it. One love, man. Absolutely appreciate you. Let's see. Central Florida area, look up January 14th. Orlando home invasion. We suffered through it with my little brother, was murdered, being a hero, saved my fiance and my kids, and a veteran Marine. Yo, I am so sorry, man. That's a crazy story. I'm so sorry. Much love and respect to your little brother. Big rest in peace to the little brother on that one. yeah, like at that point in time, like that year was like a really bad time for me. That was right around the time that I was trying to kill myself in a Hilton Garden Inn. And it was right before I got busted, and the Secret Service honestly probably saved my life. So just keep up what you're doing, bro. That's all I need. I was told more than 2 years ago I had 6 months to live, and I'm still here now doing good. Lantonio, my dog. Hey, you ain't dying, bro. I don't believe it. You ain't dying. You're going to kick cancer's ass is what's going to happen. Thank you so much, man. You made my night. Hearing your story made my night. I will absolutely keep it up. And at any point in time that there's anything that this community can do for you, please let me know. I will go out of my way anytime, any day to do whatever I can to make your life better, bro. I love you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I don't know if you guys know, I gave up meth and now I drink these. And I do a little bit of the vaping. I have a douche flute. It often smells like strawberry cheesecake or mango marine, whatever around me. JD, thanks for the advice early in the life. Sometimes I look in the mirror and don't recognize the man looking back at me. I know that feeling. I know that feeling from a good standpoint and from a bad standpoint. Some days it's really hard for me even to just recognize how far I've come. And it's such an incredible experience to be able to look at myself and see the positive changes because I was negative for so long. Taylor Evans. Hi, JD. How are you? Were there any times when you were locked up that people were scared to tattoo you? Much love from a tattoo artist in DC. Taylor, that is a great question. And thank you so much for your support. I did have a couple tattoo artists that were really iffy about tattooing me because I was a gang member and I was high up in my gang, and B, I'm also big, and I used to be a lot more volatile. Like I've not always been as peaceful of a person as I am today. I was kind of a liability as far as the violence went for a long period of time. So there were definitely a couple people who were a little reluctant to tattoo me, and I completely understand that. And I had to all the way assure them that yo, it's cool. If you mess it up, I'll just get it covered up. Honestly, I'm in prison and I put meth in my body. I clearly don't care about myself that much. It's going to be okay. So, DB Slanders, Dylan Bingham, say it out loud, dog. Dylan Bingham! Appreciate you, bro. Much love. Dylan Bingham! The cat always spits facts. Dude, the cat is the best. Lantonio, I never went to prison, but I did 7 months in county. But everyone told me they would rather be in prison than do what I did. What do you think about that? So look, it depends on where you're at, dog. Because there are a lot of places, if it was Oregon, I'd much rather be in prison. Send me to prison. Most states, I'd much rather be in prison. The state of Florida, nope. Get me in county, bro. At least Volusia County. I don't know. Rock Road was pretty bad down there in Port St. Lucie. Rock Road was pretty bad, but I think it depends. If it was Oregon, I would rather do 13 months in prison than 6 months in county. It's literally that much better. But here, so in Florida, it's really, really hot and they don't have ACs in the prisons. Volusia County Jail is climate control. I hear the food's even better in county than it is in prison, which is wild to me. I've got a lot of friends who went from county to prison here, and they're like, yo, you want to stay in county here. Back on the West Coast, I was always told the exact opposite thing, and I know from my personal experience, I would much rather be in prison in Oregon than any of the county jails that I've been in, and I've been in a few there. So, Dylan Bingham! I'm going to keep yelling that. I'm just going to keep yelling that. It's kind of cool. It's a great name. JD, do you find yourself avoiding certain areas of town because they can trigger relapse? Actually, quite the opposite. I find myself going to those parts of town that, have a lot of people that use and that, can kind of possibly be a liability type of situation. I find myself going there and handing out Narcan. I find myself going there and offering people services. I find myself going there and seeing in what way that I can help. Because those are the parts of town where people actually need help. I don't avoid anything. I've never been an avoid type of a person. I've always been I'm going to make myself strong enough to face this down, and I'm going to go through this thing. And it was hard. It was definitely hard. I've been confronted with my drug of choice numerous times. You know what I'm saying? I've worked for treatment facilities and sober livings, and we've had to do searches, and I've found big bags of drugs laying on the floor when we were doing searches. And I'm like, damn, that's my drug of choice. You know what I'm saying? When I was in early recovery, I got some of my stuff back because the Secret Service seized everything that I owned, and there was some stuff that they had left at the Hilton Garden Inn, and I got to go back and get some of my stuff, and they had just missed like a bag of meth. Found that there was no one else around. I was literally the only one there, and I was like, I had to make that choice, man. It went in the toilet. So I'm like a face it down type of dude. Like, I don't want things to have control over me. I don't want to have things hold power over me, so I got to go face first into them. Toby, finally caught one of your lives. How you doing, JD? Thank you for being an inspiration. You're a really cool person. Thank you so much, Toby, and I'm glad that you're a part of this community. Thank you for being here. Lantonio, I started off a scared kid, and before I left, I was one of the most respected persons on my pod. Good thing my county had single cells, but sometimes I wish I had a celly to chill with. Yo, bro. Like, I get the want to have a celly, but then when you get the celly, the reality of the celly is not what you think. Having a single cell is amazing. And even having a celly in your cell is amazing compared to a dorm scenario. Dorms are terrible. Dorms are the worst. I cannot stand living in dorms. I would much rather be in a maximum security prison than a minimum, even though some of the conditions are much more free presenting. Like, there's the illusion of freedom when you have a minimum security place, but like, just having that cell means so much when you're in a dorm, and you can smell every single person on that unit. You can hear every single snore. You can hear when some dude's in the bathroom taking a shit. Like, it's a crazy difference. 6 gun, hold on there. 6 guns all. Hey, JD, I love your content. Just wanted to thank you for all that you do. Whenever I'm feeling down, I know I can hop on your channel and get positivity I need to get through. Only been hooked on gambling, but your videos have always helped me stop and stay away. Yo, 6 guns all, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. That support was amazing, and that means a lot to me. It also means a lot to me that you were willing to openly share your story with us in the community. So, like, really, like, the gambling thing, it hits the same part in the limbic system of the brain as substances do. I've seen people get crazy out of hand with it, and it can really be addictive. So I'm absolutely proud of you that you've been able to curb that, and you're always welcome here, man. I'm always going to be saying something crazy, so I really appreciate you being here, brother. Big love and respect. Big Gibby, thanks for all the positivity, man. It makes me happy seeing another survivor absolutely killing it. Keep doing good, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you being here, man. Big love and respect from me to all the survivors, bro. We all got to stick together, man. We hard to kill. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to keep us down. We just going to keep pushing and keep doing the right thing. Trev Devon Army. JD, you helped me out so much. Your advice you gave me. We are all moved into our new beautiful house, and I didn't relapse. Thanks, brother. Trev, yeah! That's what's up, brother. That's amazing. I am so proud of you. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so grateful that you took the time to come back here and to let us know and give us the update, man. You are a valued member of this community and a friend, bro. A friend. I love you, man. I'm glad that your family is doing good. I'm glad that you are on the come up. I didn't have any doubts that you were going to make it and do good things, bro. Keep it going. Is that a rainbow? Is that a neon rainbow goat emoji? Where do you people keep finding the goat emoji? That thing is sick. I love that. Somebody was trolling me the other day, and they were making fun of me, like, clearly. And then they threw one of those goat emojis, and I was like, I can't even be bad. That emoji's too boss, bro. Antonio said, what's the best way to maybe connect or talk with you sometime? Maybe that would be cool. Hit me up on my Insta. I don't go over there very often, but I'm going to be going over there because I have a couple people that I need to address. So hit me up, bro. Let me know. Alan, you're a good man too, brother. I really appreciate you. Really, really appreciate you. Mama's the boss. There's them goats. Bro, but they got rainbow goats, like neon rainbow goat emojis. I haven't seen them. I was looking on my phone. I couldn't find them. Honestly, I've never had a substance issue. I had an issue with walking away and fighting people that ran their mouth. Bro, that is the struggle, though. That is the struggle. Finding, like, being able to just walk away and be the bigger man and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not let... Here's the thing that it comes down to for me is, like, I refuse to let somebody put me in a position that I don't want to be in over words. Like, you're not going to do me like that over words. You're not going to control me over words. You're literally going to have to put your hands on me because that's when I'm not going to lose my freedom over it. Put your hands on me, dog. I swear to God, do it. I promise it's not going to end the way you're hoping. But until somebody puts their hands on me or I have to defend somebody else, I'm not going to let words control me, not never. ADHD sucks, but it don't seem like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never know that I'm not getting my shit done. I never know that I'm, like, spiraling out. Like, I'm not doing what I need to be doing with ADHD until it's, like, too late. And I'm like, oh, God, I completely went on a tangent. I completely messed up. This is terrible. Now I have to fix this fast. And then I spiral out again and I don't get my stuff done. Managing ADHD unmedicated for me has been just such a huge struggle. And I still work on it every single day. So... got put in handcuffs last weekend, first time in a long time. Headbutted a dude for trying to follow 2 young girls. Cops got the story and let me go. First off, glad you're here. Glad you're not locked up. Second, really love the motive behind what you did. Props, bravo. Third, you're bringing back the headbutt, homeboy. I keep talking with people about how we don't use the headbutt no more. Nobody expects it. It's so easy to get off a good boom on somebody because nobody's watching for it anymore. I feel like it's that lost 80s move that people just don't realize exists, but it's super effective if done properly. So, okay, country, somebody said you were a coward because you were scared of heights. Told them it's not the heights that scare me, it's the sudden stop at the end. Yeah, country, look, bro, don't feel bad, bro. Don't feel bad. I'm scared of heights too. Like, I will get, like, I'll freeze up. I get nervous. I get dizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the whole bottom's rushing up to hit me. I'm not good with heights. I'm not good with heights. I'm not good with federal indictments. Yeah, I guess that's really about it. Oh, and needles. Needles, heights, and federal indictments scare the out of me, bro. I'm not with it at all whatsoever. Vertigo, exactly. I knew there was a word for it and my brain wasn't braining properly. The math was not mathing on that. Thank you for upping the vocabulary points on this. Do you have anxiety? Constantly. Just for fun, I constantly have anxiety. So I have complex PTSD and I've learned it's been easier for me to learn to manage my CPTSD than it has been for me to manage my ADHD. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am hyperactive, like a lot of the time. And my train of thought goes from pew, 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 squirrel. So it's just like jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. Whoo! Man, I haven't gone skydiving yet. And like I just told you guys, like, I like to address my fears head on, so I know that the skydiving thing is coming. Like, as soon as I have a chance, now that I'm sober, I'm going to jump out of a plane and I'm going to face that fear. The fear that I'm not going to face is the federal indictments. I'm going to try my best not to get federal indictments. I don't want to face that fear head on. Big Blue Sack Attack. I like that name, dog. That's crazy. Is there anyone or anything without any hesitation you would go back to prison for? For me, it's a parent or it's my daughter. I would have no hesitation about going back to prison for protecting a woman, a child, a woman, a child, elderly, disabled, somebody who's being picked on who can't take care of themselves. I really wouldn't have any problem at all whatsoever going back to prison if it was to protect somebody. Like, that's just ingrained in who I am. I'm not going to let somebody get abused. I'm not going to let somebody get bullied. If I need to put my fist to work, I'm going to put my fist to work, and we'll figure out the legalities and the semantics of it later. That shit's not happening in front of me. That's just not how it's going to go. You know, and is that in my best interest? Probably not, but like, I'm just not built to let somebody get abused. That's just not how it works in my world. I'm not that type of person. Shot cannons in the military and jumped out of helicopters. You could skydive out of helicopters? That's crazy, bro. You wild. I love it. Chinojo. Hey JD, I'm Kai. Oh, Kai, thank you. God, I'm so glad you gave me a name that's easier for me to pronounce. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful at all whatsoever. I was really trying with that, Kai. I'm Kai. I found you on accident. I'm so glad I did. I lost my mom a month ago to depression. I've only lapsed once while grieving. Thank you for helping me laugh. Kai, like, I don't know if you've seen my video about what happened in December, the end of December. I lost a kid. I'm going through it right now too. 100% going through it right now too. And like, I have a lot of moments where like I'm cool and I can talk and everything's good. I have my moments where I break down, bro. I don't ever want to give anybody a false impression of where I'm at in life or, you know, make the struggle seem easier than it is, bro. From one person in mourning to another, I want to tell you that I love you and that you're worth it. And that however you're processing things, man, however you're dealing with your grief is okay. And the fact that you're here and that you're reaching out and that you're a part of this community means a lot to me because that means that you interpret this as a safe place. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I love that you're here. Thank you for sharing that with us, man. 100%. You a snitch. Okay, person I don't know. That's tight. You guys, like, I absolutely love my mods. By all means, if somebody's bothering you, if somebody's annoying you, because you see the things that I don't see, the stuff's going by really fast while I'm talking. I appreciate you so much. But like, if it's bothering you, go ahead and mute them. Go ahead and do whatever you want. You guys know exactly what to do. You don't have to mute or block people for my benefit. Like, if dude wants to call me a snitch, I mean, like, we all kind of know that's not true. Is some random dude I never met in my life on social media trying to act hard. He can make himself look stupid. But if he's bothering you guys, you can always hit it. Yeah, Alan, random internet people I've never met. Yo, Vegito, you're never late. You're always on time. You showed up, and I appreciate you for that. Anthony, this is a super great community, isn't it? I really love this place. I really love the people that are here, man. Like, it's really been such a blessing to get to know so many of you and to be a part of your guys' life. I bet JD is definitely not a snitch, bro. I've done my time and I've done other people's time for them too. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, 100% some people consider it that you're a snitch if you'll tell on a sex offender. I would make that call right now, bro. If I knew that somebody was hurting a woman or a child and I couldn't physically get to them to stop them, I would 100% call 911 on them, bro. I don't consider that to be snitching in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, I would make that call. And some people think that I might be a snitch for that. That's fine. I don't care. Find me in public. You know what I'm saying? Find me out back. We can handle it. But, you know, I don't care. I'll do anything to stop a sex offender. I'll do anything to stop somebody from getting violated like that. Fishing with Foxy said, I used to be terrified of needles. Then I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I was on insulin. I had to give myself shots. So now you're not afraid. Yeah, bro. Like, I 100% get that. 100% get that. I'm luckily, I haven't had to do that. Harvey agrees with me. Not snitching when you save a child. That's what I'm talking about. I will probably at some point get over my fear of needles. I donate blood every 3 to 6 months. It just seems like the right thing to do. Like, I have an overabundance of blood. There are people out there that might need it. I have a blood type that's in high demand. So as much as I hate needles, I get the fuck over it because I can help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And eventually enough times of doing it, I'm going to be cool. Right now, every time I go, I take my wife, and my wife kind of has to get my focus so I don't look at it because I'm a big baby back bitch. So, yo, Fishing with Foxy, me too. Me too. Oh, positive. So, yeah, I go and donate blood, and that's helping me get over it slowly but surely. Somebody just said they had 3 weeks clean off Zans, and I wanted to address that. Where did that go? Yo, there we go. Prod Young JV. Hey, I just want to tell you I am proud of you, man. I know that first 3 weeks is the hardest. I'm supposed to be on benzos. They wanted to give it to me for my CPTSD, and I refused to take it because I'm worried about what it would do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already have substance use issues, and it could be really difficult. It could really send me into a bad place. So I really try not to put myself on anything. But I know Zans, like benzos in general, have such a disruptive and difficult withdrawal. So the fact that you're getting through that, I am so proud of you, my man. That is awesome. Keep it up. We got A. Mama's the Boss got the O positive. Jamie got the O positive. That's what's up. We're all telling our blood types. For our next mission, we're going to tell our social security numbers and our mother's maiden names to the internet. JD, what happens to people need something like a cane to walk in prison or jail? I've never seen it in videos. Yo, so it's funny because I was just talking in a video earlier. I don't know, some people may have saw it, about a dude named Apple, and everybody was like, yo, is that the same Apple that Johnny Mitchell was talking about? And I'm talking about Apple. Johnny Mitchell got it messed up because they're both A names. He was talking about Angel. Angel was the Golden Glove boxer that she, you know, she's trans, and she was in there for killing cops, and she beat the crap out of people because she was a Golden Glove boxer. But the thing is that, like, when me and Johnny were there, both of us, she was an old lady, man. She was like in her late 60s. She had a cane. And I never seen her use it as a weapon or anything, but I definitely saw her with a cane. Cloudwalker, thank you for the support, man. Hey, man, I got around to checking your Spotify and was wondering if you ever considered fronting a metalcore or pop punk band. You'd kill it. I would love to. It's, you know, and I was in bands for most of my life, and I really loved it. And I've been doing just this solo stuff for a little bit now. But I love playing shows. I love getting on stages. I love doing little tours and everything. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do, whether I'm getting on stage for stand-up comedy or I'm getting on stage for music. You put a microphone in my hand, you put me on a stage, and I'm happy, bro. That's home to me. But it's really hard for me to find people, at least around here, that are consistent, that are like sober enough to keep it up, you know, that are serious about it, and that want to play like any of the wide range of music that I would mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like all different types of metal, I like all different types of punk, I like different types of rap, I like different types of hip hop. But, you know, finding enough people to play music with that can keep it together and actually play shows and stay sober enough to not, you know, just fall off the map. It's just a lot to coordinate, bro. But I also live in Daytona Beach, and that's probably part of it. I definitely didn't have problems finding people when I was in Eugene, Oregon. Do I do features? I'm always down for features. I'm actually going to be working with a rapper who just did this anti-snitching anthem that's really good. This dude Gibson, he just got out of prison, and he's been dropping like fire songs. And me and him are about to be doing a collab. I love doing features, absolutely. Probably not till my sinuses clear up and I don't have a sore throat anymore, but 100%. Hey, JD, you provided a lot of information on mental illness and how to fight it. Thanks, brother. One love. Keith, one love, bro. Oh, snap. I just looked up CPTSD. Never heard the term before. Guess that's me in a nutshell. Distrustful of the world is a big indicator. CPTSD is basically just PTSD, but you have like, you know, just a prolonged trauma over and over again. It just compounds and it compounds, and you get used to that feeling like, man, I can't trust anything. It's constant fight or flight, and I might die at any moment. Like, my death is imminent, and I don't know anywhere that feels safe in the world. You live like that for a while, and it just has long-lasting effects on you psychologically. Yo, JD, I stay in Brevard, right near the Kennedy Space Center. You ever watch the launches? You know what? I do watch the launches every once in a while. They're really dope. I can see them here from my house. Like, I live right 2 blocks from the beach here in Daytona Beach, in a historic district. JD, how does it feel to be blowing up so recently? Man, I just feel blessed. I feel a lot of gratitude. I feel really blessed. You know, I feel like I'm being able to make so many good connections with so many people, and it really feels like a positive thing because I get to spread my message. And I know that, like, a lot of the time, a lot of the people want a lot of the prison oriented stuff, and I get to slip in my message about recovery in there, and it hits a lot of people, and my mental health, and talking about, being a sexual abuse survivor as a child, especially as a man, because like it's talked about a lot with women, but it's not as talked about or as normalized with men. And there's just so many aspects of being a creator and being able to use my platform to try to make people feel less alone and more validated, and like there's people out there that understand, so that they don't have to feel like they have to do this by themselves. That really slaps for me. That really hits. And I'm really happy and grateful to be here and to have so many people here. Eugene, Oregon's an awesome place. I saw a few Grateful Dead concerts, One Percenters, had a whole line of bikes. I know who you were talking about. Yeah, absolutely. I saw the Dead out there a couple of times. The Grateful Dead actually even played OSP. It was long before I was there. But I got to see a couple concerts in prison. OSP used to throw concerts. I think that the Blood Runs Black riot that happened, the little riot that happened during their concert, I think that sort of shut down the concerts. I'm not sure if they ever brought them back. I don't know if they're doing the car show anymore at OSP, but Oregon State Penitentiary used to be lit. When I was there, it was pretty cool. You ever been to West Virginia? I have never been to West Virginia. I have not. I know that I got a couple homies out there. I would love to go out there, but I have not had the opportunity afforded to me yet to be able to go to West Virginia. So you guys, it's been a little bit over an hour. My throat is really hurting. I'm probably going to go crawl back into bed with my dog and my wife. I really appreciate you being here. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for getting me to a place where we have a community that has over 100K in it. It's beautiful. I love each and every one of you. I'll see you guys on the next time, okay?